What is it? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're trying to say. I'm a little busy, so I've got to go now. I'm sorry.
Hey, kid! Hello, honeys, my name is Angelica, but you can call me Angie. That's what everyone calls me. I've already made a few appearances, so I hope everyone starts to recognize me. Thank you very much for coming to see me again. I'm so happy to see all your lovely faces. If this is your first time coming to see me, then don't worry, I won't bite. If you want to get to know me a little better, I'd be delighted if you would all go through the other videos that I've appeared in. But you don't have to. You'll understand how fabulous I am if you watch this one video. Alright, it's that time of the year. I can't wait, but there's so much to do. Yeah, time really does fly by. What are you planning on doing this year, huh? Same as last year? I'm still thinking about that. What should we do?
I'm home.
Welcome home, Aya. How was school today?
It was great. I put up posters for the bazaar all around school. Everyone looks really interested.
Thank you, sweetie. I'm so glad that I put you in charge of the posters. I knew that you would do a great job just like you did last year, but I'm not losing to the me of last year either. I'm gonna be the star of the bazaar with my stall. The first time we participated, I thought I was gonna be a mess, since it's in the middle of July and there's a summer festival going on at the same time. But now, I think about how well we did last year. I think it's a pretty good idea that you got us involved. I know, right? I'm glad I did too. Besides, it's not just the restaurants and the bars and the shopping arcade that are taking part. All the clothes stores and the guys at the Bits and Bobs, the stationery store, everyone is coming together to hold the bazaar. So I didn't want us to be left out. Naturally, we don't get a lot of customers in this area while the summer festival's on, so this is our way of showing the town that we've got something exciting going on too. It also gives individuals a chance to set up a stall and set their own unwanted items too. The bazaar is necessary to liven up the town and bring everyone together. Also, the word bazaar just sounds wonderful, don't you think? It's got a special vibe that you don't get from a sale, and it's a lot more fun than a regular grocery shopping. All the people that drop by are at the bazaar for a special experience, and they spend more money than they usually would too. Yeah, that's true. This year we can focus on selling our old clothes and selling some food and snacks on the side. My wardrobe's in need of a good clear out. Hey, why don't you sell some bento sets too? You could sell your Gorilla Mama's fried rice and fried chicken as a set.
I think you should sell the Gorilla Mama's fried rice with chili prawn. I like that the best.
Gorilla Mama? I don't want to hear one more word from either of you. My special fried rice is going to be named the Powerful Mama's Special Fried Rice, and I'm gonna make sure that name sticks at this bazaar. Don't you dare ruin it! It's not long before the summer holidays begin for Ayame's school, but even though she said she could go out and play with her friends, it's become a yearly tradition for us to help prepare for the bazaar all together as a family. I've been busy attending meetings with the trade association that the shopping arcade's a part of. Before I knew it, it was time for us to start setting up the stalls and start hooking up electricity for the lights and things. Phew, it's super hot again. I hope it doesn't get as hot as what it did last year was. I've got to warn everyone holding stalls at the bazaar that they've got to prepare a lot of water and shade. We don't want anyone coming down with heat stroke. Yeah, it'll be a shame if anyone gets sick before the actual bazaar's even started. I think I'll go look around the stalls run by the older folks and see if there's anything I can do to help them. There must be some heavy lifting that needs to be done, you know. Yeah, you can leave our stall to me.
Huh? What is it? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're trying to say. I'm a little busy, so I've got to go now. I'm sorry.
Hey, kid! What's the matter? Did something happen? Where are your parents? Are you okay?
My daddy's not waking up. Please, help me. This is my name and my daddy's name. Please.
What? Alright, I got it. Your dad's the owner of Money Florist, right? Show me where he is, quickly. Crap, this is bad. Hello? I need an ambulance. A man has collapsed at Money Florist. It's on Hanamaru Street in MoniRobo City. You've got to hurry. I think he might be suffering from heat stroke. He's groaning, but he is unconscious and he's unresponsive. His breathing is uneven and he's sweating a lot. Yeah. Thanks, I'll be there. Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay.
Thank you for saving my daddy. Thank you.
It's no biggie, but you did a good job. I wouldn't have been able to help you if you didn't show me that piece of paper. You saved your dad. Sumire! Angie, thanks for coming. You must have been really busy, huh? What are you talking about? Of course I would come. How's he doing?
Excuse me. Are you Mr. Makabe's family?
No, we're just his neighbors. But I'm the one that called for the ambulance for his daughter. My name is Sumide Tanaka, and this is Makabe's daughter. I think. I was only able to help him because she was calling for help. Is he okay?
Is that so? She did a very good job. He's finally woken up, and he's been cleared to have visitors. So, if you'd like to follow me.
Hey, don't run. You'll fall over.
Yumi, I'm so sorry. You must have been so scared. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
You look like you're feeling a lot better. That's a relief.
Sorry, who are you?
This is Mr. Tanaka. He's the gentleman that called for an ambulance and let us know that you were having a heat stroke. Apparently, your daughter did her best to find someone that could call the ambulance for you. You're very lucky, Mr. Makabe.
Yes, I am. Thank you. I really don't know how I can repay you. Thank you.
Mr. Makabe, are you okay? I heard that you got heat stroke. What happened?
Angie, what are you doing here? You should be busy preparing your stall, too.
Sumide's working at Angel's Diner with me. I came as soon as he told me that you'd been taken to the hospital. I guess I hadn't introduced the both of you yet.
My name is Sumide Tanaka. I was working as a waiter at Angel Diners. It's nice to meet you. I didn't know that, but I'm surprised that you could understand what my daughter was saying. I'm so grateful you didn't ignore her just because she couldn't speak. She was born deaf, so she's had trouble forming words. She speaks with sign language, but...
Yeah, we were really lucky she bumped into me. I actually practiced some sign language quite a long time ago. I'm pretty bad at it, but I can manage the basics and I know some simple conversation. What? I didn't know that. You never told me that you can use sign language. I just told you I'm not great at it. The only reason I found you was because your daughter had this piece of paper with her. It was her name, emergency contact number, address, and even your name on it, so I recognized that you were the owner of Money Florist. Even with my bad sign language skills, I could understand that she wanted me to help you, and she could show me where you were.
Oh, that's the paper I told her to keep with her just in case something ever happened to her. I imagined that she would use it if she would get lost, but it's a good thing it came in handy today.
Yeah, I'm glad that I got there just in time, but what happened? You were indoors and you should have been able to drink water whenever you needed it.
Well, it's actually our very first time taking part in the bazaar, and for various reasons, I've been preparing everything by myself. I got ahead of myself thinking I could manage. I didn't take a break because I thought I'd be okay. That's really the reason why.
Mr. Makabe, I thought I told everyone at the meeting that we should all put our health first and not push ourselves too much. I remember mentioning that it was boiling hot too. Why didn't you say something?
I'm really sorry I made you worry.
Well, what's done is done. Don't let it get to you, okay? But in return, you've got to make sure that you can rest up properly for today. Take it easy. You can get back to preparing for the stall tomorrow when you're all better. I'll help out too, okay?
What? But I can't stay in the hospital. What do I do? Yumi's gonna be all alone.
Oh yeah, she's too young to stay at home all on her own, huh? On her own? What do you mean? Mr. Makabe's wife is prone to getting ill. It's so bad that she's already been in and out of the hospital several times this year. Isn't she still in the hospital? How is she?
Yeah, that's right. She's doing okay. She's feeling a lot stronger, but she still needs a lot of assistance, so she's currently staying with her parents in the country. I wanted her to take it easy and not have to worry about us. We're actually planning to go and stay with her and her parents for the rest of the summer, so we're gonna close the store while we're away, and that's after the bazaar's over, though. We couldn't make it to last year's bazaar because we were coming to visit my wife in the hospital almost every single day. Yumi's been looking forward to going around the stalls this year, and I guess I got a little too excited too. I should have been more careful.
That makes a lot of sense, but if that's the case, then we can take care of her for one night, can't we? Otherwise, she'll have to miss the bazaar and go straight to her grandparents' place. Of course we can!
But I can't ask you to do that much for me. You practically saved my life by calling that ambulance for me.
Then do you have anyone else that you can ask that's close by? If you don't, then just relax. You're still recovering, so spend the night and make sure that you're okay with coming to the bazaar tomorrow. Are you okay with that, Yumi? Great, then that's decided. Hey, Sumide, I want you to tell me how you know sign language when we get home, understood? I'm so curious, my head is about to burst. And I want you to teach me how to say some things as well. Yeah, alright, keep your wig on.
Oh, you're so cute. Hello, my name is Ayami. What's yours?
Ayame, use this sign. Hold your hand up like this and make your fingers into this shape.
Okay.
So, when did you learn sign language? I mean, it must have been pretty recent if you remember it like that. Yumi looks so happy that you've been signing to her. Nah, it was a really long time ago. It must have been before I started living here with you guys. How many years has it been? 6 or 7 years ago? That's ages ago! What kind of long-term memory do you have in that brain of yours? But just thinking about it makes me really nostalgic, you know? Hey, bring out all the money you have right now! You still owe the Yamamoto gang a fortune! Hurry it up! No, please don't hurt me! I'm sorry, please forgive me! This is your last chance. You better get that money ready for the next time I visit or else I'm gonna show you hell. You better get together or be prepared to suffer consequences. Hey, let's get going. On to the next address. Yes, sir! Before I started living here with Angie and Ayame, I was still working as a thug for the Yamamoto gang, collecting money that was owed as payments for our protection, and was acting as a debt collector on behalf of the loan sharks the gang was running. The work I was doing was getting harder and harder to do because of all the laws that were being written up as a way to counter gang activity and organized crime. There were fewer and fewer gang members who would actually make a living. It was around that time when the atmosphere in the headquarters got really intense, and everyone was always on edge. Next up is Saseoka's house, huh? Yes, sir. We haven't received any payments from him in over 3 months. It also looks like nobody's ever seen him in that time, too. He won't come out when we go to visit, so some of the other guys were thinking he must have done a runner during the night. We got the younger members out tracking him down. Have you got some guys staked out around the house? Yes, sir. I didn't forget about that. I'm not gonna let that rat get away when he owes so much. There's not a single decent person among the guys that borrow from loan sharks. A lot of them are pieces of trash that deserve what's coming to them. And that's what makes it easy to do whatever it takes to make them pay back their debts. I wouldn't have been doing work like that if it means threatening good people. So he's not at home at this time of day, huh? The door's unlocked? So he's been pretending that he's not home, huh? That bastard. Well, we'll see. We're going inside. I walked into the darkened room and took a good look around. The place was piled up with trash and it looked like the electricity and the gas had been cut off for a long time. Looks like you were right about them running away. There's no way someone could survive in a place like this. Hey, over there! What? What's up, sir? Did you find something? It's a kid. There's a kid unconscious. What? There was a small, skinny kid lying on a soiled mattress. He looked like he was already a goner, but when I got close and checked, he was still breathing. We couldn't call an ambulance for him, but we were able to take him to a doctor that the gang always relied on in emergencies.
It looks like malnutrition to me. It's probably best for the kid that he gets taken to a proper hospital where they can give him the treatment he needs. I can tell that he's not been getting enough food for a while. But what's worse is that he hasn't eaten anything for these past few days. He's at risk of starvation, but he can't just eat anything. He's gotta get a proper IV drip with proper nutrient solution. That asshole Saseoka. It looks like I've gotta show him something worse than hell. It's not enough to make him pay for this. Sir, I'm gonna get that house cleaned up. I'll have some guys living there on a rota. Maybe we can catch him when he comes home and we can free up some more people to go and track him down. Let me know once you find him, and don't hold back. Do whatever it takes to make him pay. I watched the kid sleeping and I tried to find the words to explain how I felt. Doing what I did for a living, I just knew how unreasonable life was and how cruel and disturbed humans could be. But even a guy like me had a little girl that was everything to me. I never had the chance to meet her, but that didn't make any difference. If my daughter, my baby girl, had to suffer something like this, I don't know what I might do. I wouldn't let the person responsible live, that's for sure. Hey, you're up. Everything's gonna be okay. Does anything hurt? What's wrong? Are you okay? Hey, kid, are you? The kid that I found at the house couldn't hear what I was saying at the time either. He was deaf. So that's how you know sign language. Yeah, I didn't know what to do at first, but I spoke with the doctor, and he knew some sign language, so I just copied everything he did so I could speak with the kid. And the kid understood my bad signing. I wanted to do a bit better, so I read some books and stuff, and I learned a few more signs to make him happy. Did you find anything on Saseoka? Yes, sir. It looks like the place that Saseoka was living in wasn't actually his house. He was just pretending to live there so he could get away from us. What? So we were tricked. The apartment that we went to was under his ex-wife's name. They broke up a couple of years ago because of his debt and because he was lousy and an abusive husband. Of course, the ex-wife tried to get away from him by borrowing that apartment, but he found them and used it as a cover. Do you know why they left their kid behind? If he's actually disappeared, then why wouldn't they take the kid with them? I don't know the details yet, sir, but we're getting more and more eyewitnesses, and we're getting closer to tracking him down. I think that we'll get him in the next few days. Alright, I'm counting on you. More importantly, what are you going to do about their son? Are you going to hand him over to the police, or are you going to contact child services?
There's no hope for Sasaoka, but I think his ex, this kid's mom, was actually trying to do her best for this kid. He can read and write, and he knows sign language. I don't think that she was neglecting him, and I don't think that she left him because she wanted to.
So, you're thinking about finding his mom and letting them meet first?
I can't promise it, but I just want to give it a try. Hey kid, we're gonna find your mom, alright? So you just wait here. I'm gonna bring her to you. Got it? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Hey, what's your name? Can you write it down? Asuka, huh? That's a good name. Just wait a little longer, Asuka. You'll see your mom soon. Not long after that, the boys that were tracking Sasaoka and his wife down found out that they had both run away to the next state, and they managed to capture the both of them without much trouble. It seems that Sasaoka has taken his ex-wife with him as a hostage, and as a way to earn money for him, he'd begun making her work ever since she turned up uninvited to her apartment, while he hid away in his apartment to avoid being found by one of our gang. He had been threatening to hurt Asuka if she didn't do as he said, which explains why the kid had been left behind. Sasaoka's a real piece of crap, but we're not nice enough to hand him over to the police. Instead, we've sent him over to the toughest work environment as free labor, and he's gonna be working there until his bones shatter. As for Asuka's mom, she suffered mentally and physically, and she needed to spend a lot of time in the hospital to recover from fatigue, exhaustion, and long-term stress. In the end, we couldn't avoid the scenario where Asuka would have to be put in care of child services. It would only be temporary, but I had wanted to avoid it altogether. Your mom's gonna go and collect you while she's all better, so be a good kid and wait for her, okay?
Thank you, Big Brother.
Yeah, it's no problem. Take care, alright? I'll see you around, Asuka. I think that he was around 10 years old at the time, so he must have already been a high school student by now. I wonder how he's doing. He's probably grown a lot since then. I hope that he and his mom are doing well.
Sumire, you're a sweetheart. You're such a good guy. Dad, you're so cool. I'm so proud to call you my dad.
Hey, stop that, it's embarrassing. Anyways, you can both learn simple phrases in sign language by looking them up on your phones. So let's look up some websites and go through them together. After hearing how Sumire had learned sign language, Aya and I started to practice some simple words and phrases so we could talk to Yumi. We couldn't get used to making the signs that quickly, and we could only have simple conversations, but despite all of that, Yumi opened up to us when she saw how much effort we were putting in, and slowly started to smile more and more. She even giggled a little when we used the wrong signs and made the struggle worth it.
Angie, Sumire, thank you for taking care of Yumi for the night.
Oh, Mr. Makabe, are you feeling a bit better today?
Yes, much better. Thank you. Yumi, I'm so happy to see you. Were you a good girl?
I had a lot of fun.
Really? Thank goodness, I was so worried. The truth is, Yumi had some friends in the deaf community, and she gets along with them very well, but she's had a lot of trouble getting to know and talk to people who can hear and can speak. I think that she has a hard time trusting people who aren't the same as her.
Why is that?
When she was a little bit younger, there were some children in her kindergarten class who were bullying her for not being able to hear. They would laugh at her for not being able to speak like them too. There was a time when she refused to go outside because she didn't have anyone to play with, because all the kids in the neighborhood were mean to her.
What? Who the hell? Stay, Sumire, stay!
But it didn't last very long. Thankfully, her doctor was able to introduce me to some people who are deaf and were part of an association that was connecting people with disabilities. We had some playdates with children Yumi's age, and she finally started smiling again. Hang on, I've got some photos on my phone. There was one high school student who was very good at taking care of the younger kids and made sure that no one was left out. Apparently, he was brought up in a care home, so he must have been used to playing along with kids much younger than himself. He's like the big brother of all the kids in the local deaf community.
What?
Wait, that's... Thank you for coming on such short notice, Asuka. You were great help. I'm so glad that you're here.
No problem. It's the summer holidays, so I've had a lot of free time. I'll be here for as long as you need me.
Asuka, let's go see the stall over there. It looks really fun.
Sure, let's go. Let me get my wallet. Welcome. Oh my, it's Yumi. How are you today?
Hello, I'm okay.
It's nice to meet you. Hey, Angie, is there anything else you wanted me to bring? Hey! Huh? Asuka, you've grown so much. We're almost the same height. Oh, hey, come on, don't cry. You're not a little boy anymore, are you? But I'm happy to see you too. I didn't think that we'd ever actually get to meet again, but I'm glad I got the chance to see you all grown up. What? That's... What's the matter? No, that photograph. It might be the wrong person, but it looks like Asuka, the deaf kid that I found all those years ago.
Wait, you know Asuka? What a coincidence!
Huh?
This boy's name is Asuka too. He must be the one that you're talking about. He's had a difficult upbringing. His mother's very frail and she's been in a hospital for a very long time. He and Yuma are very similar in a lot of ways and Yumi's very fond of him. It's like they're a real brother and sister.
Really? I didn't know that. Hey, Mr. Makabe, do you think that you could invite Asuka to the bazaar? Wouldn't it be nice if he and Sumire could meet each other again? Stop it, he doesn't have to do that. Asuka's probably got plans of his own anyway. I'm just glad that he's doing okay.
No, let me ask him. I don't know if he'll be free to come, but you're right that it would be nice for you to see each other again.
Really? You would do that? Thanks. I never thought that I would have a chance to see you again, but it's good to be alive, and it's good to see you. What are you doing at this bazaar? It's a long story, so I'll take the time to explain. Why don't you drop by the stall when the bazaar's over? That way we can take our time and talk. I'll treat you to a great meal. Yeah, okay. I'll definitely be back. Yeah, alright. The bazaar's about to start. Let's sell, sell, sell. We've got a Gorilla Mama fried rice and fried chicken to set out of the kitchen. Come and eat.
I recommend the Gorilla Mama fried rice with chili prawn. It's our best seller.
I'm telling you, it's called the Powerful Mama Special Fried Rice, you fools! And just like that, Sumire and Asuka were able to have a heartwarming reunion years after they had parted. As for the bazaar, it was an absolute success. We had a lot more customers than we initially expected, and at the end, we calculated how much we had made, and we found out that the Powerful Mama's fried rice and fried chicken set had been the most popular dish by a narrow margin. And then, a few days later...
What do you think? Does it taste good?
Everything tastes delicious, thank you.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. Eat as much as you want, okay? It's all on me.
Hey, so is Asuka still living in a children's home? What about his mom?
I asked him earlier, but it seems like he's been living in care ever since I last met him. But he's planning on leaving it once he's graduated from high school and he can earn money to rent out an apartment. Apparently, he wants to work as a programmer when he's finished his education. Even if that doesn't work, he's gonna try and find digital work because then he can communicate through work chats and emails instead. I'm relieved that he's put a lot of thought into his future.
I suppose that's one good thing about the modern day. There's a million possibilities on the internet.
And he also says that he wants to become independent enough so that he can bring his mom home and take care of her. Apparently, she's been suffering from PTSD ever since she was held hostage by her husband. He said that he was frustrated that he couldn't do anything to help her when he was still a kid, and he wants to make up for that and spend time as a family together from now on.
Oh God, my heart. He's such a good boy. Tell him that he can have as much fried chicken as he wants. He can eat everything in the house.
Hey, Asuka, that gorilla dresser over there says that you can have more fried chicken, so eat as much as you want.
Thank you. This is the best chicken I've ever had. I'll prepare a mountain of chicken just for you. Eat up. Even after the bazaar was over, Mr. Makabe would come to the diner to eat along with Yumi and Asuka, and they became regulars at Angel's Diner. Yumi has been traumatized by her experiences in kindergarten, and they'd had trouble communicating with people who weren't deaf. But ever since she started eating at Angel's Diner, she's been opening up a little bit more and chatting with me and Sumire, and has been playing with Ayame and the friends Ayame brings to the diner too. Yumi's even getting along better with some of the other regulars we have at the diner, and she's been a very popular girl. It looks like she's realized that not everyone is as scary as they seem at first, and that only a minority of people are horrible enough to bully her for being deaf. Looks like Yumi's having a lot of fun. I'm so glad.
This is all thanks to you and Sumire for listening to her when I collapsed. I can't express how grateful I am to both of you, and to Ayame for being so sweet to Yumi. Yumi worked hard to get where she is. I'm really happy that Yumi's become so cheerful outside of the house, and I hope that she'll continue to be as positive about it as she is now, but...
Is something the matter?
Well, I recently realized, but don't you think that Yumi and Asuka get along a little too well?
What? I think you're being a bit too possessive. What's the problem?
I always thought of them as brother and sister from the way that Yumi always looked up to him, but do you think that's really just it? Isn't she too fond of him?
I don't know how Yumi feels about Asuka, but I can't understand her being interested in a guy that's older than her. Older men have always seemed so strong and reliable, so I wouldn't be surprised if she fancied him a little.
What? But I don't think I'm ready for that. I can't let her get married yet. I don't want to think about it.
Married? Huh? Sumire, what's the matter? You look pale.
Nah, I just thought, what do I do when Ayame brings home a boyfriend and says she's gonna marry him? I wonder if that might happen one day. Isn't Ayame in middle school? Does she already have a boyfriend? What did you do?
What? There's no way I'd be able to forgive that. Enough! You're both being ridiculous, you overprotective fools. Be quiet, both of you. Or do you really want your beautiful daughters to spend the rest of their lives completely alone? Of course, getting married and having a family isn't the only way to find happiness, and there's a lot of possibilities out there, but they are entitled to experiencing 1 or 2 or 3 love affairs. They're young, let them have some fun.
Hey, Dad, what are you talking about?
It's nothing you don't need to know.
What's wrong, Daddy? Are you okay?
Oh, Yumi, I just want you to be happy, but please be my little Yumi for just a little longer. I can't take it.
Yeah, of course.
Angel's Diner has become a lot more lively recently with the addition of Yumi and her dad, and I can't wait to see who will be coming through those doors of the diner next. I'm looking forward to it.